Okay, try recording with a little better sound. Oh, now what? Okay. Here we go. So one thing last time I said was wrong. That's not the flap indicator. That's the oil radiator indicator. So you want it open to, well, it's gonna, let me get started because it's going to change it. But you want it open to 4.5, 5 degrees. That's 15%. I'm also this time going to fly up to, I don't know if I can, during the engine sequence, if I can bring up the map. I can. Up here to Mosaisk, which is going to be our home airfield. I'm starting down here because it's the only place I could spawn. But up here at Zanino, so I'll fly up the road to Mosaisk, because that's where 27 IAP is going to start the campaign at, not at Kalinin. We'll move to Kalinin soon, I'm told, according to Shade Piece. So now that things are started, come down here, we'll open the about 4.5, 5%. That should be about 15%. Bring the mixture rich to about 60%. You see the lever moving there. So if I check it with the HUD, so curiosity, oops, it's pretty close on the oil radiator, and a little rich, back down. So that's 60%. Yeah, that's about right. I just was getting it wrong. Okay, so like I said before, I'm not going to worry about the engine cooling. Left rudder to get started, brakes are off, prop pitch and radiators are full open. Takes quite a bit of left foot. Get the tail up so you accelerate better. And 170, stick back, gear up, and away we go. See, there's the pitch being set there. Turn around to the left a little. You need to use a fair bit of rudder in your turns to keep coordinated. More than the spit, anyway. You're back to about 60% throttle and prop pitch. We'll set up. Okay, heading northeast. There was that road, if you remember. We'll pick that up. already doing 330 kilometers probably, maybe 340. Running about 6.8 and 1800 RPM. So see on the map, we're heading out. There'll be the road heads mostly east to begin with. Kind of skirts along that forest right there. That's the road, just on the other side of the forest. Go ahead and turn and follow it. Comes across, see it up ahead, there's that really narrow neck of forest. And you can see it on the map, right in 2014. Chunks of forest, lakes, and river junctions are probably your best navigation aids here. So there's the road continuing on, goes through the little stretch of forest. And if you check the map, zoom in a little, you see it's going to cross just above that Y in the river. So there's the Y in the river, and you see there's the road crossing the Y right there. And we know it doesn't go across the other arm of the river, so we look for it, and sure enough, there it is, turning along the river and then heading up this way. Heading up through the forest up there. Once again, you check the map and you see that, hey, here we go, we cross the river, we go up, there's that clearing, then there'll be another bridge on that piece of river up there, and then we can follow the river and it points towards the airfield we want to go to. So there's the clearing that was shown on the map. There's the road coming up the source of a river. You look down, there's the bridge, just like we expected. We'll head along the river. So the next landmark we want to look for is the road goes up along the river, then there's two more bridges, and you see the river goes through this piece of forest. There's the little town here, and here's the airfield and that little cutout of trees. And again, like I said in the last one, the roll rate isn't great. It's not terrible, but it's not great. That's just a plain aileron roll. Here's with full rudder. You see there's one of the bridges that we were looking for up ahead. Right there. There's the other. Past it. I mentioned in the first video, you can outturn a 109. When I get over the airfield, I'll kind of show you a little bit about that. Basically, this road is going to go north of what we want, so we want to follow the river through the cut in the forest. You see, when it's trimmed out, the MiG is a really docile aircraft. It'll bite you, at combat power and in combat maneuvering, but for just flying, it's actually not too bad. So after this, we're going to look for this little town in the gap in the forest. There's the gap in the forest. You can see the hangars. There's the airfield. So this is 27 IEP's home field for the first mission or two. There's the town. There's the airfield. Oh, and Digby's going to love it. Hangars are all lined up to fly through. So there's the field. I'm going to go ahead and close the canopy, bring it up to combat power. About 80-something% throttle, pitch, full throttle. Let it gain some speed. It's not going to be real fast, but what you have to do is really ride the turn. See how it wants to snap out? You got to use a lot of rudder to keep it in the stall. But if you do this, you can outturn a 109 even at low altitude. But you gotta be right on the rudder, because it will try and bite you. It's going to try and snap out all the time, but as long as you can ride it right on that edge, you can outturn the 109 F2s consistently. Get on their 6. I've pissed a couple of them off on Beluga to the point where they just exited out of the game. See, it's got slats on the wings there. That really helps at low speed. So I will try and do a better job of landing than I did last time. Here we are at about 250. I'm going to drop the gear. Go to full RPM. As I turn around, drop the flaps. Coming down to 200. Slipped a little bit to lose a little bit of speed there. Still 200. Throttle coming back to almost idle. About 180. I want to be about 160 when I cross that line of trees. There we go. 150. And oops, bounced a little bit. Yeah, still ground looped it. Doesn't happen very often. That wasn't terrible. But anyway, there you go. You can get on the brakes and it'll help a little bit. Shut down, so there's a flight to our new digs.